I still remember the way he looked at me on our wedding day. His eyes were soft, full of promises. He held my hands like they were the most precious thing in the world and whispered, "You're my forever, Sarah." I believed him. For 8 years, I built my entire life around us. I was the wife who woke up early to make his coffee exactly how he liked it. 2 sugars, splash of oat milk. I was the one who stayed up late editing his work reports because he couldn't focus with the pressure. I gave up my dream of opening a small bakery just so we could afford the down payment on the house he wanted. Every sacrifice felt beautiful because it was for love, for him. We had the kind of life people envied. Friday date nights, Sunday morning cuddles, and photos on social media that made my friends say, "You two are goals." But behind the filtered smiles, something was shifting. He started coming home late. His phone suddenly had a new password. When I'd ask about his day, his answers became short, almost irritated. I told myself I was overthinking. I told myself that marriage has seasons and this was just a dry one. Until the night I found the messages. I wasn't even snooping. His phone was charging on the kitchen counter while he was in the shower. A notification lit up the screen. Her name, Mia, my best friend of 12 years. The preview read, "I can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again?" My heart didn't break right away. It went completely numb, like the world had been drained of sound and color. I stood there frozen, staring at words I couldn't unsee. When he came out of the shower, towel around his waist, smiling like nothing was wrong, I almost laughed at how absurd it all was. That smile, the same one he gave me on our wedding day. I didn't scream. I didn't cry, not yet. I simply put his phone down, looked him in the eyes and said, "We need to talk." He tried to deny it at first. The classic lines, "It's not what you think. It was just emotional. She means nothing." But the messages went back months. Hotel receipts, secret weekends when he told me he was on business trips, pictures. He had chosen her. My best friend. The woman who had cried with me during my mother's illness. The one I trusted with every insecurity, every fear. In that moment, everything I thought I knew about love turned to ash. The pain came in waves after that. Some nights I couldn't breathe. I would sit on the bathroom floor at 3 a.m., clutching my chest, wondering what was so wrong with me that he needed her. Was I not beautiful enough? Not exciting enough? Had I become boring while trying to build our perfect life? I looked at old photos of us and felt like I was mourning a dead person. The man I loved had died, and in his place stood a stranger who had been lying to my face for months. Mia tried to contact me. She sent long messages about how guilty she felt, how it just happened, how she never meant to hurt me. I read them once and blocked her everywhere. Her betrayal cut even deeper than his. Sisters don't steal each other's husbands. I lost weight. I lost sleep. Friends picked sides, most of them his, because he was always the charming one, the successful marketing executive with the big salary. I was just a housewife to them. Even though I had managed our entire home, our finances, and supported his career like a silent partner. But something shifted inside me during those dark weeks. One morning, I looked in the mirror at my hollow eyes and whispered, "They don't get to destroy you." That was the day I stopped crying and started planning. I didn't tell him I was planning anything. I played the part of the broken wife. I let him think I was too devastated to fight back. Meanwhile, I quietly gathered evidence. Every message I could screenshot, every bank transfer to mystery accounts, every hotel booking. I spoke to a lawyer in secret. I opened my own accounts. I reached out to a friend who worked in digital marketing and asked for help rebuilding something I had buried years ago, my passion for baking and content creation. He thought I was falling apart. I was actually rebuilding in silence. The turning point came when he told me he was confused and needed space. Translation: he wanted to move in with her without looking like the villain. He even had the nerve to say, "Maybe we can still be friends after this." That was when the old Sarah finally died, and the new one woke up angry, clear-headed, and dangerous. I didn't slash tires or scream in public. That's not my style. My revenge was colder, smarter, and far more devastating. I launched a baking channel I had dreamed about for years. I called it Second Rising. Every indie video was filmed in our old kitchen before he moved out. I poured my pain into the recipes. My first video was titled, "Healing Lemon Blueberry Cake, When Life Gives You Betrayal." It went viral. People connected with my quiet strength, my honest storytelling between recipes. Within 3 months, I had over 400,000 subscribers. Brands started reaching out. Money started flowing into my accounts. But the real climax came at his company's annual gala. He was up for a huge promotion. The entire industry would be there, and I was invited as his supportive wife before the separation became public. I showed up looking better than I had in years. Elegant black dress, hair flowing, smile calm and radiant. Mia was there too, on his arm. During his big speech about integrity and trust in leadership, I quietly uploaded a folder to a private community board that many in his industry followed. It contained everything: the messages, the receipts, the timeline. No dramatic captions, just the cold, undeniable truth. By the time he stepped off stage, his phone was exploding. Whispers spread through the room like wildfire. People looked at him with disgust. His boss pulled him aside. The promotion? Gone. The respect? Destroyed. Mia tried to hide her face, but the damage was done. I didn't stay to watch the aftermath. I simply walked out with my head high, got into the car I had bought with my own new income, and drove away. He called me that night, voice shaking with rage and panic. "How could you do this to me?" I answered softly, "The same way you did it to us," quietly, while smiling. Then I hung up. Today, I live in a smaller but beautiful apartment filled with the smell of fresh bread and possibility. My channel is growing every day. I smile more. I sleep better. And sometimes, when the pain tries to creep back in, I bake. Because rising isn't about destroying them. It's about becoming someone they could never break again. If someone betrays you, remember this: their choice says everything about their character and nothing about your worth. Take your time, feel it all, then rise. Rise so beautifully that the world can't help but watch. The best revenge isn't loud. It's becoming the woman you were always meant to be, without them. And darling, I did exactly that. What would you have done? Comment below. Subscribe for more real stories of betrayal and rebirth.